morning, good morning. Last day of the week. See if we can get one last win in today, but we're not gonna risk anything too crazy. Not gonna take any questionable setups today because it's Friday, it's the end of the week. We're on a 4-win streak, so there's no point in giving back to the market if we don't have to. But if we find something we like, then we'll definitely take it for sure too. Start fresh again. Let's move up, see how the weekly kind of moved around yesterday. So now we're kind of back in the middle of this weekly candle in here. Let's drop down to the daily. So, what's up, man? From Romania? That's awesome. Welcome to the stream, man. So if we drop down to the daily, looking at yesterday's daily, we closed respecting lows. So respecting low, respecting low. This one was close, but if you look, we still respected the low here. And like I said, we talked about this area of rejection up inside of here, but did reject off there with this current candle. So what I see now is we respected the high of this candle here, we put in a high here, and now we're pushing down. So if we don't come back up and break either of these highs today, we can expect bearish pressure to the downside today, especially if we get a break at this low. It's about 175 points away, so I'm not sure if we're gonna break that today, but overall it looks like we should see more downside today potentially. Drop down on the 4-hour. What up, AB? Drop down a little bit. 4-hour, we have obviously we have this high right here. This is the same situation as yesterday though, where we are within this rejection zone, so we got to be careful with taking any trades within there. We're gonna mark this low down there, because really below this rejection wick, our next move is down to somewhere within this range right there. Drop down to the 1-hour. We can delete these drawings. So we're kind of in the same spot as we were yesterday with yeah, we're actually in the same exact spot as we were yesterday with these news candles. Let's drop down to 15, looking good. 5, looking good. I think this was the pair that had like the channel that was going up. We kind of looked at a lot of pairs yesterday. Yeah, it was something like this. So we're kind of in this upwards channel right here, but we're rejecting a daily zone here, so today could be the day that we drop out of that, and it kind of looks like we're already starting to do that. Let's drop down on the 5-minute. Now, we kind of had this consolidation right inside of here. It's a little too early for a trade for me, but if it would have been a little later, we would have been able to take a trade on the break of this. But for now, we're gonna just sit and watch it, let it kind of move around before the open. Like I said, we're not gonna be too eager to take any trades today, just because we're on a good win streak and it's Friday, so I don't really feel the need to risk all that. Let's drop to the DXY real fast. Let's remove everything. Weekly candle. Okay. I believe I talked about this yesterday, about 101.6-ish being hit. So that's kind of where I'm targeting this being hit. I don't know if it'll be today. Probably not, definitely not today, but I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after that, but I am expecting 101.6, 101.5 to be hit on the DXY. Drop to the daily. Daily is making this push up, and this will help us with our bearish bias on the indices if this does decide to go up. We already put in the low and we're pushing up, so if this, as long as this candle stays bullish, then we should be good. If this starts flipping bearish though, we're gonna start heading down this way. So if we break this low down here, we're flipping that candle bearish and we're gonna head down. On the lower time frames, we kind of had a little micro breakup structure here. You see we're putting in lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower low. We came up and then we broke this high. So it's not high time frame structure, so there's not a lot of weight to it, but we still are breaking structure on the lower time frame. So this is starting to kind of flip a little bullish here. So we might see a move down and then a continuation up today somewhere up here, or we could reject somewhere up within this zone up in here and then return back down. GJ. Check out the weekly on GJ. Okay. And again, this is also something we talked about. On this fib, if you look at this candle is rejecting it, but now we're starting to break that candle. So really our last line of defense is if we hold at these lower levels down here. If not, we're gonna keep heading down and we're gonna fill this wick. So gotta keep an eye on that. The daily, very bearish candles here. So let's watch this low right here. If this gets broken, GJ did the digital. I wish I stayed long enough. Yeah, for sure. If this low gets broken though, at least coming down to 154.0, 154.00. But I kind of feel like we're gonna fill a little bit more of this wick over here, if not the whole thing. So keep an eye on that. Yeah, because if you look at GJ, we're still kind of putting in bearish structure here, even with that rejection. Here, we respected this high here. Now we're making this push down. So if we respect this high and we break this low now, we're gonna put in another leg down. You might see something like that. EURUSD. If LN's in here, you gotta remind me what pair I was supposed to look at. You wanted me to look at something last night. Okay. Looking at the weekly on EURUSD. Super bullish. Super bullish. Don't even have a bottom wick on here, and we broke above these highs right here. As long as we keep this candle bullish and we close this final day as this big bullish candle on the weekly, we're gonna continue upwards to 106 area within the next week or two. Drops daily, but today we might see a little bit of retracement today because we're a little overextended. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days of bullish pressure. We did break out of this high right here and here, so we have this impulse here. So today we can expect maybe a little bit of bearish pressure down to these levels, eventually returning somewhere within here before we create another leg to the upside. That's just kind of what I think is going to happen because we're a little too bullish right now. We haven't really retraced at all in the last 5 days. It's just kind of been straight push-ups. So we're kind of watching for a little bit of a short today. My level to be broken, if we're going to continue breaking down, is right there. So if we break it below that level, that's kind of confirmation that we're going to head back down to retest these lower levels down here. So there is, I know this is kind of a move probably Abdul from Next Wave would play, something like that. So I think it's probably a valid play because you're so bullish, for sure, but who knows. Gold. Let me try to think what we were talking about here yesterday. Oh yeah, we're in this daily rejection zone on gold. Trying to play that EU buy. Yeah, I figured you would. Gold, we talked about how we're within this range, this whole rejection range within there. So if you're taking buys, do it with caution because it really could turn around anywhere in here. But anywhere above here, looking left, we have 1, 2, 3 straight candles up with no rejections. A tiny rejection around 1960. Other than that, clean moves up to 1980 area. So I would be patient on gold buys right now, kind of waiting for the setup because we are within this zone. But once we kind of break above it, it's a lot more safe to be looking for buy side. Let's mark this low here on the 4-hour, mark this high here. So like I said, if we break this high, you don't have a ton of room and it's really risky because anywhere in here it could reject. You're about $10 away or 100 pips away from that high that needs to be broken. So it's probably worth it to just wait there. But on the downside, you kind of have a little bit of bearish potential just based off where we're at in the daily. So breaking this low can carry us to these lows down here pretty easily, especially with clean traffic coming down to the left over here. So kind of keep an eye on gold as well today. We're just kind of within this range for now. 5-minute looks a little more clear where our highs and our lows are within here. So I know the next wave called the trade, it was Euro GBP. Let's take a look at that. Euro GBP. Actually, let's take one look at US30 real fast again. So we're kind of crawling down a little bit. We need to wait till we get closer to the open to mark our highs and our lows because we're breaking our lows every time. Go back to Euro GBP. Looks like they are in a sell limit position. Looking at the dailies, we have a clear bullish trend here. Put in a low here. So if this candle flips, if this low doesn't get broken right here today, then this candle's gonna flip bullish and we're gonna break the high and continue upwards. Looking over here, you've got these candles up here, so there's really nothing stopping it till somewhere up in around 0.9. So we put in that low. If that low is respected like each of these ones were, then we're gonna continue bullish on this. Just drop to the 4-hour. Let's clear a little bit. Looking at the 4-hour, we're putting in a little bit of bullish structure here as well. We were traced, so now we're kind of within this region right here. Oops. So we got this high up there now. Got this low there now. So drop down to the hourly. We're in this zone. 30-minute. So below this level, their entry is 88,892. 88. Where's our entry? 88. Oh, they're in a sell limit. I see. Okay, so they're in something like this, I'm assuming. I actually don't know where their entry is. Oh, they're probably playing it from up high. Okay, that would make sense. That makes a little more sense there. Their entry's up here somewhere. I can definitely see your entry getting tagged for sure, especially because if we're respecting this low, then we're gonna head back up there. The only question is if this daily decides to flip bullish, then it's gonna continue bullish for the day. So 82,900 is probably gonna get hit today, just based on the look of these candles. To me, that's a pretty risky entry, because you're going straight bullish pressure every single day. This candle already put in a low down here, and we're just kind of waiting for that to flip there. So hopefully that plays out for you. But let's hop back to the indices. US30 still crawling down a little bit. We need a little bit more sideways movement for a sec before the open. Yeah, the daily's iffy, but the other low time confirmations are available. Yeah, for sure. Nasdaq's a little bit more clean. I feel like it was like this yesterday as well. Remove everything on Nasdaq. Super bullish candle here. So nothing's stopping us till here, up there. Drop down to the daily. So, oh, sorry, that was the weekly candle. Daily candle's putting in a low right now. So if we put in this low down here, we respect that low, and we start breaking structure on the lower time frames. So we put in a low down here on the daily candle. Now, on this low, on the lower time frames around this low, you've got consolidation that looks something like this. So we're kind of within this range around the low down there. So if we respect the low and we break out of this consolidation up, the candle will start to flip bullish, and then we'll push up, probably breaking this high today, 11,500, and targeting somewhere up there potentially today. It's a Friday, so we don't know what the volume's gonna be like today, but that's if this low is respected. Let's drop down to the hourly. After this low, if that's broken, we've got those wicks from yesterday's news candle that are clear rejection area somewhere down here. So there's really no room to play bearish today, unless we go down to like the 5-minute. There's really no room to play the bears on Nasdaq today, because if that low's broken, you have a big rejection zone right here. So it's too risky, because you could reject right here at the start. It could be halfway, it could be all the way. You really don't know. So it's better to play it safe when it comes to these big rejection zones, and just wait till you're not in one. You've got always looking to the left, make sure you've got clean traffic and stuff. So, but look at the buy side. There are potential here. So we're in within that zone that I was talking about. We made our move down. Now we consolidate within here. These are kind of making lower lows too. I know it's super ugly, but we start breaking this structure here, and then this high right here gets broken. Then we've got clean moves at least up to here, if not up to 11,410. We're gonna mark this up there. So personally, I wouldn't take any sells today here. I would only take buys from 11,355 up to 564 within there. SPX looks more similar to US30 again today. And it's the same bullish weekly candle there. Daily's putting in that low, but it's coming down a little bit further. We just really need to keep respecting the lows if we're going to continue pushing bullish. So the lows right there, that's what we're going to watch today. Stay above this low, then we're bullish. If not, that's when we can start breaking bearish. Just because we break it though doesn't mean we're flipping bearish. You can still break it and not go completely bearish, but if we're respecting that, that's our sign to take any kind of bullish signal that we find. So the 4-hour, there's basically a big clean 4-hour candle right here. So our next level for the buy side is about 39.85. drop to the hourly. We're starting to see some rejecting candles, lower volume candles, 30-minute, 15-minute, and 5-minute. Okay, now we have we kind of made our way to the 5-minute. We have our zone that we can mark out. We're within here. This is our consolidating area. So now a break below the low. Again, same risk as NASDAQ. You are down here. You don't have very much range to the downside. 75 points there. But if you look, if you look to the upside, a break at the high, you've got a move to here, which is the very minor resistance, so we're not too worried about that. And then looking after that, after this point, if we are able to, which resistances like this, where it's just one candle, very minor, they tend to not be a problem when you're dealing with this much momentum and volume. That's why we trade during this time. So we make it up here. We do pass through there. Look in here, we've got one big candle, we've got two big candles. We've got 4 consecutive candles, so we got a nice trend right here. So a break above here should be somewhat of a mirror of this move up here to the upside, something like that. So that's what we're watching for on SPX if we do manage to break up. Let's take a look back at the DXY again one more time. DXY has been super bearish. Like we called from Monday, we were expecting it to push all the way down 101.500 within the next couple days. Today though, we might see some bullish moves back up because we are a little bit overextended to the downside. I'm expecting eventually a return to somewhere up within this region up there. Today we're putting in new lower time frame bullish structure here. So on the 4-hour, we had a nice strong rejection here and a big push up. This next 4-hour candle, we put in a low and we're pushing up again. We drop down to like the 5-minute time frame. We start seeing our structure being put into place. So we need to watch. Let's delete these. Here we need to watch this low right here, because if this low gets broken, then it's kind of like we have a shift in structure to the downside. So, but as long as this low is respected, and especially if we break this high, we can continue to see pullbacks, push-ups, pullbacks, push-ups to there's a lot of room for this to move, so it could go anywhere as far as up to 103-ish area up in there. So today we can expect either a break of this low to the downside, or we continue pushing up once we break this high. For us personally, it'd be better if we did drop, or sorry, yeah, if we dropped, because we kind of want to play the bulls on US30. We're about 4 minutes away from the open, so we can kind of put in our structure. So the safe play on US30 is not to take any buys until this high is broken up within there. The reason being is you don't have any kind of clean movement. You've got rejection here, move down, rejection here, move down, rejection here, move down. So it's just kind of crawling down. There's no big moves up within there. So this kind of traffic is the kind of price action that you want to avoid trading in, because it could turn around here, it could turn around here, it could turn around here, it could turn around here. You don't know. You don't know where it's going to turn around. There's no clean price action within there. So I like to avoid that. I'll give you guys a little riskier play if you guys want to try to play the risk. The riskier play is right here. Let's drop down to the 1 minute. You can see it a little better. So on the 1 minute, you can tell that now we're in a super consolidated range within here. Just moving sideways right here. If we break this high right here, then on the 1 minute, you've got kind of clean traffic up to here at least, and then up to there. The problem is the 1 minute candles, they like to move up and down a lot. So take that with low risk. So we're starting to break that high right now. So a potential would be to enter here with our stop below there and continue upwards up into there. Again, super high risk. I wouldn't recommend it on a Friday. So how can you explain how pairs react to negative or positive news? Like how USJ will react to positive USD news? Yeah, so if it's a US dominated pair, good news is going to push that pair upwards, because it's going to gain strength in comparison to the other pair. We're starting to push up here. How close are we to the open? 1 minute to the open. So again, be careful. Don't take any trades today. If you had a good week, for sure. We're on a 4-win streak, so we're not going to risk anything too crazy. But potential to take this trade right in here, target this high right there or this high right here. See if this plays out. I'm not in this trade. This is just for those people that want to take a high risk entry. We're 1 minute from the open too, so this is super high risk. But looking at candle structure, this is what you want to see. We're making lows, we're respecting the lows, we're respecting the lows here. If this low gets put in here and it doesn't break down below here, then we can expect a push to the upside. So it's just kind of about reading candles, letting the candle show you where they want to go. I don't believe in indicators really, because these candles will tell you everything you need to know about where price is going for sure. So looks like we're breaking the low though, so this low gets broken, then it's an invalid trade anyway. So hopefully nobody over risked on that, because again, it's Friday. Don't risk anything crazy on a Friday, especially when we've been on a win streak. The XY is within this consolidation zone on the 1 minute here. What was our 5 minute zone? Okay, so yeah, look at how far we have to go on the 5 minute to be able to take anything. That's a long ways. Right, yeah, the USD's in front is a US dominated pair. Take a look at the 30-minute candle. We rejected that hard. Now we're starting to push up. Here's your move right here at the open. See how high we're gonna go. Broke that structure there. We're testing that structure there. Next we have this structure here. So we're just kind of watching to see how it moves through these levels. Really ugly price action today, so don't feel bad if you didn't take any. Okay, so we talked about SPX. We talked about this high right there. We talked about how it would hit this level, or the next stop was somewhere within this level up there. That's currently where we're heading. Let's check out NASDAQ too. Same thing. NASDAQ broke this high and we pushed up. NASDAQ was the move today. So if you took this trade, it would have been probably on this candle right here. Oh, we're not even looking at the 5-minute candle. So the trade would have been on probably on this previous 5-minute candle right there. Entry would have been below there, and then you're just taking your way up. But again, I did not take any trades, so I'm not even gonna claim like I took that. I called it though, but I didn't take this trade. So if you did, then congrats, you made some good money. Make sure you're securing profits, because we're rejecting this area right there, exactly where I thought we would go to. Move stop losses to break even for sure, because when we reject like this, high probability that we come back and test our entry again. So the XY is dropping. This low is still holding that we talked about, but we're gonna keep an eye on it for a sec. Is LN in here? You in here, bro? Okay, NASDAQ rejected that hard. Hopefully if you guys took that, you took all your profits off the table, because that was a quick move up and into an area of rejection. So SPX starting to reject as well. US30 pushing up. So oops. US30 coming up to this level that we talked about earlier, but it's been such a it had to start from the bottom, so by the time we get up here, the chances of it being exhausted are high, so we're probably not going to take anything up here today. Today's kind of just more of a learning day, I guess. No trades for me. If you guys were able to capitalize on that, though, you're making some good profit right now. From where that 2-minute trade we call was down here, it's moved about 90 points. Gold climbing up a little bit. GJ dropping. Probably coming down, tests 155.365. EURUSD. USD had a nice rejection wick down there. So we just need a break of structure here in order to confirm like that fib move down, and then we'll break here. Then you can look for more rejection here before taking that long. The XY is dropping. Let's see if it's gonna drop below this level. Okay, we're breaking below the level. GU long. Let's look at GU. I don't think I've looked at GU yet today. Okay. So GU weekly. Your bias is definitely bullish. GU long. Where's your entry at, NECA? Looking at this weekly candle, straight from the beginning, bullish pressure. We didn't even break the low at all. There's no bottom wick there. Ellen, what was the pair you wanted me to look at yesterday? I can't remember. Daily on GU. We put in a high and a low now. So now we're going to mark the high and the low of the daily. $21,763. So your entry is 21,763. Oh, you just barely entered. Okay. Yeah, I imagine you're probably playing like a fib play or something around here. 21,763. Yeah, you probably entered right around there. Anyways, so we have this low that was put on the hourly. That is also the daily low, and we have this range that we're within now. Dropping down time frames. If you're bullish on this, we need to respect this low down here. This low needs to be respected there, and then these highs, once those are broken, you've got clean moves to up here. So your target profit is 22,050. 22. Yeah, that's a good target right there for sure. So 22,050, right around there. So if these highs are broken, then for sure your profit's gonna get hit once those get broken and you start seeing pressure pushes back up to the upside for sure. So I'm pretty confident that if we do continue pushing up and break these highs, that target profit's gonna hit. So Ellen, I want to say you were looking at, is it odd CHF yesterday? Yeah, I think this was it. We were marking this up. Okay, so I know we're within this daily rejection zone. That's what we were in. Talked about it could reject anywhere within there, so we need to be careful with taking buys in there. We've started breaking lower time structure here, so we were putting in this little uptrend here, but now we made this push down. Structure broke here, structure broke there. We're probably going to come down and test this level one more time. So we might see a retracement up into here, a little bit of consolidation here, and then breakout down to retest this level. After that level, we've got this big wick fill down here that's potentially going to get hit anywhere within there. But after this wick fill, you really got clean moves all the way down to 63,700. So I don't remember if you were bearish or if you were bullish on this pair yesterday, but looking like it could flip bearish. But we do have super bullish momentum on the daily time frame. So watch that. Hop back here. 5-minute candle. So yeah, looks like we're rejecting this area up here. Oh, maybe it was RDK. Maybe it was RDK that was looking at odd CHF. I don't remember. One of you guys were. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Any other pairs anybody wants me to look at real fast before we hop off for the day? US30. Now we're within this 1 minute consolidation range within here. So if we're going to continue breaking up, we need to hold this low down here and break this high. Nasty rejection. Yep. For sure. That's why you gotta know, always be quick with taking your profits when you're scalping like this, because areas like this definitely will make you lose money if you're not paying attention. So keep gold. Okay. Gold. Gold's pushing up for sure. I don't remember. Where were we? We're on the daily. Yeah, we're in this big daily range. So this is sketchy as far as taking buys. As far as taking buys within here, all these rejections are up here and we don't know where it's going to turn around or if it's even going to. You're looking at the 5-minute chart. Looking here, we're putting in bullish structure on the lower time frames. We're making lower lows, lower highs down here. We're still respecting this low here. We made it in this low. We put this low in there. Now we're watching this high. Let's drop to the 5-minute. NU? Okay. Yeah, I'll look at NU next. Are you looking to take sells, AB? Or are you looking to take the breakout of this for the buy? Sells for me are a little risky because we're pushing up hard and we're still making lower lows and lower highs. If this low was broken, then for sure I agree with the sells, but right now definitely no sells for me. Looks like we're coming up to test this level up there, so if it holds, then we might see a rejection back down, but we've got a lot of momentum pushing up, so it could break out of there. Next area where we're targeting is 1920. Okay, let's check out NZD USD. Start from the weekly, as always. Oops. Okay, NZD USD. Are you on the AB? Are you taking a sell on that? Okay, NZD USD. So last week's candle, we made this move down, closed with a very strong bearish rejection candle. So this week, we put in a low here. We also put in a high here. Now we're kind of sitting in the middle. So we need to pay attention to, let me mark the low on this weekly candle there. Mark the low because that is important right there. So dropping down to the daily, this needs to be watched to if we start breaking that low down there, which it's a Friday, so I doubt we break this, but if we do break that low, then we're probably heading down to 62,070. 4 hour, you can see that we are within this, we made this move up. Now we're sitting in here within this consolidation zone. So we need a break of these highs or a break of these lows for it to show us our move where we want to go. Next move down is these rejections down at 62,100 down there. So I know there's going to be some kind of play on the 5 minute here, just looking at this. Yeah, so on the 5 minute it is risky, but we're pretty bullish on the pair. So you kind of have this zone to play with now. So a break above these highs does a couple things for us. A break of this high shows us that we're shifting structure, because we put in a lower low, we put in a lower high here, this respected this, but we never broke this low back down here to create this next wave down. So if we break this high here, then we're shifting structure to the bullish side. That does a couple things for us. That gives us confirmation that this is a good entry to take this long if we do break this, and it kind of shows us that we're shifting structure on the lower time frames first before we shift to the higher time frames. Ideally on the 5 minute though, we need to wait for this high to break for a full shift of structure on the higher time frames, because this is kind of our last relative high. We kind of had this mini pullback, we had this pullback here again, so we're kind of creating this channel within here on the lower time frames, and we need to either break out of that channel or we start rejecting down here to continue down to the downside. So that's what I'm expecting with NU. Come back, check these out again. So we broke this high. Is this our 5 minute high? That's our 5 minute high that just got broken up there. So the safe play would have been to take an entry there, stop low there, and we continue our push up, hopefully. It's a little late after the move. We already kind of made a big move up, so I don't know how far it's going to go, but that's a good 5 minute candle close for sure. So now we need candles to start putting in lows down here, rejecting, flipping bullish. Then the next candle we need to put in a low here, reject, and then flip bullish. So see what happens here. Super chill stream, no trading gurus in chat. Trading be boring, so nice listen to other traders' bias. That's why we're here, man. We're all just here to learn and, you know, share ideas and stuff like that. We don't need any gurus. None of those guys. Any of those guys that you see on Instagram, they don't trade. Their students pay their monthly payments on their Lambos. They don't know how to trade. So this candle's starting to flip. So we put in that low. We need to see a nice push up. A good close up there would be ideal. Then the next candle we can do the same thing. We can make a low and then flip to the upside. So, but yeah, Nick. Oops. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We're here every day from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time. So just an hour every day. We come hang out, try to find one trade a day. Our 1-to-1 right is right here. GU popping though. Okay, we'll take a look at it. 1-to-1 is going to be right there. So right here is where our TP1 is. As soon as that gets hit, then okay, so that just got hit. So now we need to move stop loss to break even, and our next target is right here. So we'll see if that gets hit. This will be our final TP for the day, but again, our stop loss is at break even. We've taken profits up here, so we have no risk on the table, and we've already secured profits. So got in hella late, but good looks. Good shit, AB. Let's see. GU, that's right. I'm I'm gonna add GU to this list actually, because that's kind of one that people request a lot, so we'll start looking at this every day. I only trade US30, but I like to look at everything else. So okay, we talked about GU and we talked about these highs up there, so let's drop to the 30-minute, put in this low. Now if we start breaking this high, I'm pretty sure you were in a buy, right? So yeah, we break these highs, you're pretty golden to continue upwards to your take profit. So hopefully that hits for you, man. Because after these highs, if we can get a strong, we got a minute 45. If you get a 5-minute candle that's closing somewhere up in here, somewhere right up in here, you're solid to continue upwards. And it looks like you're about to hit that for sure. TP1 about halfway to TP2, our final take profit for the day. So again, 1 minute till this candle closes. If we close bullish like this is a perfect candle. It can close anywhere within there. That's perfect. Then the next candle can do the same thing. It'll probably make a move down. Hopefully, if we close high enough up here, the move down won't come down far enough to be able to hit our stop loss at break even. But hopefully it makes that move down, then flips bullish to our final take profit somewhere up in there. So we wait for there. SL got hit on gold. Yeah, we're going up to break those highs. We used a lot of momentum from the downside here. We broke structure there. So as soon as these highs break, assuming we still have enough volume to get there, we're heading for 1920-ish area. You need this 5-minute candle to close up there. You don't want it to reject here. Yeah, 5 seconds left. This will be a good candle close, hopefully. Yep. Okay. Now we can expect probably a push down somewhere within here, as long as we're holding the lows here as we have on the previous 3 candles. We're going to reject down here. We're going to flip bullish, or we might just reject up here. That would be even better. Flip bullish for you. Yep. Here we go to the upside. Okay, here we go. I think, what was your final profit? 22,050. Oh yeah, we marked it. 22,050 up there. You're getting close. I don't know how your take profit system is, but when you're up within a middle of a range like this, I like to take some off the table. I know your entry is, where's your entry? 21,763. 21,763. Yeah, so you have a pretty good entry. You're about 21.76. You're about 20 pips from your entry there. Banked around 150 bucks after that 5-minute close. There you go, man. That's all it takes. 150 bucks is enough to pay a bill. That's awesome, man. That's what this is about. You don't need to hit big, as long as you're consistent, get those little profits every day or a couple times a week, then you're solid. Hopefully you're done for the day after you secure the rest of your profits, or maybe you secure all of it, but be done for the day. It's a Friday, so don't over risk that. You can even withdraw it or whatever, but looking at the 2-minute chart, we can watch these lows. Each of these lows are being made, so a good profit taking system is once this low gets broken, the probabilities of it coming back down are pretty high within this zone. US30 still pushing up. This will be 5 wins in a row for us. Good solid week. Again, we don't have any risk on the table here, so looking at, let's drop down on the 1 minute, you'll see we have this new zone on US30 right there. So break out of here, should push up to our final take profit. DXY doing? DXY is tanking. So we broke that low. Now we're pushing down again. Did I mark a level after that low? Yeah. It's 101.6 is where I'm ultimately targeting. But that's not going to happen today, I don't think. Probably not. Back to US30. Check out NASDAQ, SPX. SPX, wow, SPX really made that move up. It had a lot of fake outs within this zone though. So if you got in here, you were able to make profits quick. But if you didn't take profits there, then you kind of got trapped in this little mess within there. This probably created some kind of little flag on like the 30-second time frame or 15-second time frame. And we broke the high, pushed up again, but we came back down. So US30 is really the only one today that had this clean push up, and we broke out of there again. So we're gonna continue pushing upwards, hopefully, to our final take profit. Good candle close there. Put in a low, break the high. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna move the stop loss to right underneath this structure because it's a Friday. Moving stop loss there. Just because I want to secure more profit. I want to secure more profit on a Friday for sure, so just to end the week. So I don't want to get stopped at break even here. So I'm happy taking the rest of my profit right here at 34,050 basically. So either way, we're gonna make money right here. Either we push up to the final take profit and we make more money, or we hit our stop loss and we still make money. So just a good way to make sure we're always making money in the market. It's kind of our risk management system. DXY still dropping. We broke that low here. Gold. Looks like gold. Yep, gold pushed above this zone there. We rejected that pretty hard though on the 5-minute. GU is getting close to your take profit. NECA. Now we're putting in lows and respecting them again. This one broke this low, but then it broke the high. Yeah, it's not always going to be perfect, but for the most part, you can see low, 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 low. Then this one broke it, kind of faked out. Then low. Now we might be breaking this one again. Hopefully we do another fake out and just push up to the upside to get your final take profit hit. Looks like from the high, we were about 6 pips away from your final TP. This low actually respected still, so we'll see what happens. Starting to flip. If we break that high, should make our final push up to your final take profit. go. You still have any of your position running, Eka? About 3 pips away from it. That's a nice trade. Where was your stop loss at? Here we go, breaking out of there. See if we can hit this final TP. Come on, US30, make this last push up, hit our final take profit. The problem is we are coming back within that whole area of rejection, which is that daily zone. Go, starting to project there. Well, I know you're not in it, but you are about 1 pip away from that final TP, 1.8. XY is just tanking. This is gonna Apple, we didn't really look at Apple to start the day, but Apple is starting to put in a little bit of bullish structure here. Yeah, man, you had a good trade there. Gold starting to push up. We broke out of here. It's 30. Oh, did it hit? Ooh, our stop loss got hit, actually. That's crazy. That's unfortunate. So we got stopped at break even. Oh, actually, no, we were close. We did not get stopped at break even. Check my MC4. No, we're good. We almost got stopped at break even. We were 2 points away from our entry. So, my take profit didn't trigger, so this is rejecting pretty hard. So I'm gonna close the rest of my position. I'm gonna close the rest of it right here. Call it a day. Probably gonna hit it, but I'm gonna close all of my position here. And we're gonna call it a week. So, thanks everybody who came and hung out with us all week. Had a good week this week, like super good week. 5 wins in a row is pretty good. But we'll be back on Monday doing the same thing next week. So we'll see you guys all then. So have a good weekend, everybody. Peace out.